Hey everyone, I just wanted to film a get ready with me video. I just wanted to sit and chat and just spend some time filming. I have so many videos to edit, but I really just want to film. So yeah, let's put makeup on first. I'm going to use the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's been a little while since I've used this. My face is pretty moisturized to the max right now, so hopefully that helps. I always do 2 pumps. I'm just gonna blot this all over my face. So, in my 17 random facts about me, questions, whatever, I talked about what I do when I'm sad or like I'm having a bad day or whatever. And I said I go out, which is true, I do. But ever since I started YouTube, I find I'm just way happier if I just film. So, I have about, I want to say 5 videos I still need to edit. Just because I've been filming a lot because it makes me feel good and happy. It's like finally I have someone or something that I can share a passion with, and I feel like it's interactive. So this foundation works best when you're super moisturized or you're oily. I have pretty normal skin, but if I'm not super moisturized, it finds the most random patches on my face that are slightly dry. Caribou! I live right next to one now, and so, but this is the mint confection. It is a mint chocolate mocha, and so good. They use real chocolate. I love when they ask you, do you want white chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate? And then they pull out melted chocolate, drinking chocolate, and put it in the coffee. I'm going to continue on the NARS train and use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is the lightest one they have. Chantilly, because I'm pale. I do use a little bit darker foundation. It's not even darker. I have really interesting undertones in my skin because I have both yellow and pink. So it's really tricky finding the right foundation for me, because if I go too pink, then I just look pink, like sunburnt. And if I go too yellow, then I just look like an Oompa Loompa. But I find it's hard to get a really light yellow based, which is kind of why I like the NARS one, is because it really matches me pretty well. It's still a little bit darker for me, but the concealer balances it out. For some reason, people think, oh, pale foundation just needs to be white or pink. My under eyes are super hydrated too because I use this new eye cream. I was using, before this one, the Olay Hydrating Gel, and I found it just didn't do anything for me. It felt nice because of the gel consistency, but it really just felt like I was just putting nothing on my face. I feel like there's a hair somewhere and I can't see it. And then I'm going to use what I haven't used in a while. I know I've been using other contour kits lately, but I really like these Smashbox ones as well. I like it because they're so easy to use. I feel like with the giant palettes, you're like, well, which color works for me? Whereas this is a very good contour shade that works with so many different skin tones. Really good bronzer, it's not too terracotta, and a really good, I can't use this as a highlighter like underneath my eyes or anything because it's just not light enough for me, but it's good to sharpen up my contour. So these 3 sticks are life. Also because of the sharpeners, so do not lose that like I did. It needs to be sharpened. But first, so the way I like to use these sticks is first I use the bronze shade, and I kind of just make strokes where I put my bronzer regularly. And make sure you blend them out really well. It's hard for me to see them sometimes, but then like sometimes there's just this one stroke that I didn't blend, and it looks really silly. So that's the bronze shade. I'm just going to blend this in circular motions with this Duo Fiber brush. This one's from Sephora. So you can see when I say Duo Fiber, it's hard to tell because it's dark because it's dirty. But this is normally white. So you have these right here, and then you have the natural hairs up here. the synthetic and natural, and the combination of it helps pick up the right amount of product so that it blends beautifully, but not too much product that, you know, you just waste it. When you do swiping motions, it does pick up some of the product, which is part of what you want in this situation for that airbrushed effect. Same thing on the other side. And with bronzer, I like to do the circular motions because you don't have... So the whole point of bronzer is to bring color like back into your skin so it looks like you're a little bit sun-kissed. It brings dimension back into your foundation, because otherwise you look like a flat canvas, and that's not very attractive. Even if you're pale, you want to put bronzer on, just a lighter shade. Sometimes if there's not any bronzers that you feel like are light enough for you, you can use eyeshadows. We see how that's very nice, just bring some dimension back into the face. Maybe I should put on my overlay too. It's a little better. Ooh, that's my mirror. That's why I get so close to the camera. My mirror's right here. So yeah, just bring some dimension back into the face. So now the whole point of contouring is to add shadows where you want them. So where you would normally have shadows if your cheeks were more sunken in, or if your head was smaller, the whole point of contour is to make an illusion, to kind of alter the face how you want it, and also accentuate things that generally you want to accentuate, like the perky cheeks, like just makes you look younger. So the whole point of contouring the inner part of your, like the hollows of your cheeks, is to make it so you look like you have higher cheekbones. I contour the sides of my head so that that almost looks more receded, so my face looks less flat and it looks more rounded, I guess. I don't know. Like, if you feel like you have like a large forehead, if you contour the top of it, then it'll like kind of bring your forehead down a little bit and make it less big appearing. It's like free plastic surgery. Anyway, so as you can tell, I need to sharpen this, but let's see if I can make it work. So I'm just gonna do, I always kind of, the rule of thumb is from the top of your ear towards your mouth. You don't really want to bring it all the way to the mouth. And I'll also put some up here. It's okay. And then I'll also be using a duo fiber brush. But I'm going to be, and I'm very lightly touching my skin with the top of this. And I'm just going to buff this back and forth because I'm moving the product around, but I want to just keep it in this area right here because that's the point of contour. You want the shadow, where bronze can be more widespread, shadows are generally like in specific areas. And if you have lighter hair and you don't like working it into your hair, the best advice I can give you is like, yes, work it into your hair, but then, because you don't want that skin to have like a gap, but then you can just take like makeup remover wipes and like blot your hair so you don't have streaks of makeup in it. So you can see that adds a little bit of a shadow. Now, because sometimes blending it out, you can go a little ham like I do. I would like to use the light highlighting shade and go underneath that, like that. And I'll use my beauty blender and kind of just dab it and pull it down a little bit. So that's how you use those contour sticks. And you can make them as dark or as light as you want them to. I press pretty hard when they apply them, so that's why I get very intense. Bam! So if you have red or oily skin, I highly suggest setting your makeup with a powder. If you have really dry skin and you feel like the powder just makes you look cracked and dry, you can just spray it with a makeup setting spray and that should hold it in place, because when you have dry skin, your makeup kind of just glues to you. And if you have older skin or wrinkles, then the powder can accentuate that, so sometimes it's good to avoid. But I have pretty normal skin, so I'm going to use the Instamark Marc Jacobs Dream Filter contour powders. I have one in light. And I'm going to take this light color right here and set my under eyes. I also went ahead and set the rest of my concealer. Then I'm going to be taking this contour brush and the contour shade and I'm just going to tap that where I did that cream contour. So even if you don't feel like your head needs contouring on your forehead, you at least want to put some really close to your hairline to balance it out. Because it would look really funny if you only had that color in one spot of your face. Because very rarely do you have just one color in a certain spot of your face. So like blush, the reason you put that on your cheeks is so that you have a little bit, like, because you get flushed there naturally. That's probably the only one that you don't bring elsewhere on your face. Then I'm going to take Beach Bunny out of this Too Faced little black bronzer book. Blend out my contour with that. So before I started filming YouTube videos, I would always get frustrated with people that would go a few days without filming or go, like, miss a day that they normally upload a video. Like, I would just get frustrated. What the heck? This is your job. And then when I started, I had a whole new outlook on it, because when life happens, sometimes you don't get time to just sit down and film. But even not just that, but then the time that it takes to edit. I mean, I both love and hate editing. I love it when I have time to sit and enjoy it, but when I feel like I have the pressure to get a video done in time, then, which is my own time restraints, like I put it on myself because I have high goals for myself, but at the same time, it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, well, especially as a mom of two, I can't always just sit down and edit and enjoy it. So if my video gets uploaded at midnight, that's kind of why, because my time to edit, upload, and film really revolves around my kids' sleeping schedule. But even then, other things I need to do when they're sleeping, like clean the house, take a shower, you know, like, it's just a weird balancing act, and it just gave me this whole new perspective on YouTubers, like, wow, especially ones that post all the time, like Young, Wild, and Polished. When she says she's super mom, she's not kidding. She has, what, 3 kids, and she still manages to post almost every single day, sometimes twice a day. It's like, woman, props to you. Like, props to you. And if you don't know who she is, you should go look her up. She does a lot of product reviews and get ready with me videos, and she's hilarious. I also like her because her videos are so long. I love long videos because it's like people go and watch TV in the morning or watch the news in the morning or do something like that. I turn on Young, Wild, and Polished and I watch her as I make coffee and make breakfast. Like, I love long videos. So that's why in my that's why in my YouTube channel I really want to incorporate stuff that will appeal to a wide range of audiences. So get ready with me videos where it's all fast forwarded, because some people just want bam bam, thank you ma'am, like I want to see what you're doing and that's it, you don't need to tell me about it, I can figure it out. And there's other people that want in-depth tutorials, so I want to do that too. And then there's other people that just want a normal length tutorial of like 6 to 10 minutes. And then there's people like me who like really long, chatty, let me talk to you videos. And so that's my goal, to create a bunch of different videos. So those are my ideas. I was also wondering if you guys would be interested if I started throwing some fashion in there. I am not the normal fashionista. I don't spend money on clothes. I will drop $80 for a makeup product, but I will not drop more than 20 bucks for a pair of jeans. Don't know why. I don't know where that logic comes in, but that's how I am. So all of my clothes, the reason I am a little hesitant to add fashion into it is because either they're vintage or they're from Goodwill or eBay. So I could share my fashion with you and I can share like ideas of how to combine things or how to go thrifting even, but you can't go out and just buy it. Like, I don't actually personally like watching fashion haul videos because I don't want to dress the same as other people. I don't mind buying the same makeup as them because I feel like that's like pieces for art. I don't know. Anyways, this chat has gone really long. but I can continue. So I'm going to use Peaches by MAC. It's a very matte, it's a matte blush. It just adds a nice little flush to the skin, and the reason I'm using Peach is just because I want more of a light, kind of summery look. Anyways, you guys just tell me what you think, because I want to appease the crowds too. And I also just want to create a YouTube channel that I personally would enjoy. Like, that's what I do. I watch my videos and think, would I enjoy this personally? And if the answer is no, then I won't post it. I have new highlighters coming in the mail. Okay, I'm going to use Becca's Opal, just with a highlighting brush, and just douse my cheekbones with that. I really want to use my Reveal 2 palette. I don't think I've used it really in a video much. First, I want to set my eyes a little bit more. I'm going to use this shade right here. This one. And just a big fluffy brush, and just rub that all over my eyelids so that the shadows will go on smoothly. I'm going to take this color right here, one with a fingernail mark in it. I'm going to pop that into my crease to create a transition color. I'm lightly touching my eyelid with this so that it just very lightly distributes this color. I'm going to take this MAC 242 brush, 242 brush, and this color on the end right here, and put that on all over my lid. Then I'm going to take this color right next to it and pack that on the outer part of the lid. Then I'll take this gold shade right here, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner area. And I'm going to touch up that inner shade again. And going in with that transition color that I used, I'm going to blend out the edges. And then using this dome brush, I'm going to take this black shade and put it in the outer crease. I'm going to blend that out. And taking this dome brush, I'm going to use that transition color and buff that under my lash line. This color right here, I'm going to smudge that on the inner and middle part of my lid, or not lid, under lash line. Taking the pencil brush, I'm going to take that black on the outer part. Taking that black like, you can see a little bit, it's a little bit into the bronzy shade I put, like, but bronzy shade is still lower than it. Do you see that? Because then I'm going to take this angled brush with that black shade and put it really close to the lash line. Then taking that small pencil brush, I'm going to take the gold shade that we used and put it in the inner corner. And I'm going to pull my lid down and like put that, just tap it on my waterline. If you have super sensitive eyes, you're better off just using a gold liner. Do you see that? How the bronzy shade blends out the black and then the gold highlights your eye. And using that dome brush, I'm going to take this first shade in the palette and I'm going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. And then using Lash Sensational by Maybelline, I'm going to mascara at my eyelashes. And here's your final eye look. This is Real Sexy by MAC. Super orange. Oh yeah, it's like a pink orange. Glorious. Okay guys, so this is the look for you.
But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be.
I really hope you liked it. Let me know about what I talked about mid-video. And I will see you next time. Have a good day.
Let's stick with the NARS. Voice. What's wrong with my voice? I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Then using the same brush, I'm gonna dig my freaking fingernail in that. Gosh darn it. And then with the same... Oh shit. Gosh, I'm so struggling so hardcore. Look what I just did. See that? Oh my gosh, I'm struggling so hard today. I just stabbed this palette with this brush.
My heart continues to beat. We let you step and take. He also to the face, strolling so casually. We different and insane.